Before money, there was barter. You had chickens. I had wheat. We traded if we both wanted what the other had. But barter has a problem. What if I don't want your chickens? Civilization needed something better. So humans picked things everyone valued: salt, shells, cattle, eventually gold and silver. Why gold? It doesn't rot. It's rare. You can divide it. And everyone, everywhere, agreed it had value. For over 3,000 years, gold was money. Real, physical, limited. You couldn't print more of it. You had to dig it out of the earth. Then came a problem. Carrying gold was dangerous, heavy, easy to steal. So people started leaving their gold with goldsmiths for safekeeping. The goldsmith gave them a paper receipt. This paper represents 10 gold coins. People started trading the paper instead of the gold itself. It was easier. And here's where it gets interesting. The goldsmiths noticed something. Not everyone came to collect their gold at the same time. So they started printing more receipts than the gold they actually had. That was the birth of fractional reserve banking. Government saw what banks were doing and decided to control it themselves. They created central banks. One currency, one printer, one authority. But the money was still backed by gold. Every dollar, every pound promised a fixed amount of gold in a vault. This was called the gold standard. It kept things stable. Governments couldn't print money without limits because they needed the gold to back it. Then, 1971 happened. The United States was spending heavily. Wars, social programs, more dollars printed than gold in reserve. Other countries got nervous. They started asking America to exchange their dollars for actual gold. President Nixon had a choice: run out of gold or break the promise. He broke the promise. On August 15, 1971, Nixon ended the gold standard, live on television. Money was no longer backed by anything physical. From that day forward, the dollar was worth something, simply because people believed it was. This is called fiat currency. Money by decree. Money because the government says so. Here's what most people don't understand. Money today isn't printed by the government directly. It's created through debt. When a bank gives you a loan, it doesn't take that money from someone else's savings. It creates it, new money, out of nothing, backed by your promise to pay it back, with interest. Multiply that by millions of loans, mortgages, and credit cards, and you understand why the money supply keeps growing. More money in circulation means each dollar is worth less. That's inflation, not an accident, a built-in feature of the system. So why does this system exist? Because debt-backed money lets economies grow faster, but your money slowly loses value. That's not an accident. It's the design. The wealthy know this, so they don't hoard cash. They convert it into assets before it disappears. Now you understand the game.